Okay, let's see if I can do this with cars driving around me. All right, I'm about to pick up somebody. This is for a job placement assignment. Again, I'm the director for Anchor Employment, but I am very much boots on the ground, directly involved. I want to help my guys as much as I can. That's not a brag. I'm encouraging any director to consider being more a part of their team in the daily workings whenever it's possible. I know we have 1,000 things to do from the administrative standpoint. It's tough. But the one area that I would strongly exhort you to try to be involved in would be in helping your team place people. Okay, so this guy that I'm helping, he's not going to be my case, right? I'm going to give him over once we get him placed. I'm going to give him over to one of my guys to run with it. Now, do I place all of these folks? No, not at all. I couldn't do it. There's not enough time in the day. And besides, that defeats the purpose of having a team, of hiring people that can do this job and working for you and giving you some relief and some margin to be able to concentrate on other things. But in this one area, because again, the 80-20 rule, right? Where if you focus your time and energy on the 20% that is the most important, then the outcomes will be much, much better. And without placements, we don't have a business. So my guys are new-ish. I mean, they're coming along great. They're doing a fantastic job. But I still like to be part of the game. And I still want to be involved, and I want to help them. I want to help them make placements. We have a principle or a rule that we're trying to go by, the power of one, and that is one placement per week. If we can make one placement per week, we will be in very good shape. And we just have a small team right now, only 3 people. But can you imagine if all 3 of us made a placement every single week? Oh my goodness. Not only are we being a blessing to the folks that we're helping, but we're also blessing our families and being able to take better care of them. And who knows, maybe save some money for retirement, maybe have some extra to invest, maybe having more to be able to give to our churches and to missions. So, I am not against making money. I am not against talking about profit. Money gets a bad name. I don't love money. Money is a tool, right? It doesn't have control over me, but I do think it's good to have a healthy bank account. I do think it's relieving to be able to, bit by bit, add to your savings. We're stewards. We're stewards of our resources, and I believe that the Lord wants us to do the very best that we can with what we have. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I've only got a couple of minutes before I got to pick this guy up. And once I pick him up, we're going to go to a local library. Again, he's job placement. Okay, so here's what I've learned about job placement. All right, this is 8 years of experience talking. This is not negativity. Human nature being what it is, when we accept job placement cases, we have finally learned, and I think we're beginning to internalize the fact that most people, I would say easily, again, over 80% of folks, they're not going to do a whole lot. And it's not completely their fault. The name of the program is job placement. If you're coming into a program called job placement, are you expecting to have to do a whole lot? No, your perception of job placement is it's kind of like a staffing agency, right? And you're expecting these folks to have resources and connections and relationships and be able to place you in a week or two. Not so. That's not how it works, okay? I know I'm speaking to the choir. If you're a director or if you're a job coach, you get it, okay? But most folks, even if you tell them up front, even if it comes up in the plan with the counselor and you share with them, we're not a staffing agency. We're going to engage to the level that you engage with us. You talk through all of these things, and at the end of the day, they don't engage most of the time because they had an expectation that really cannot be fully corrected. They have a misunderstanding, a misperception about the nature of the program. And even though these folks have disabilities, the spirit of the program is that they can do more because they're more capable, but they won't. Okay, so we have learned the hard way over and over and over again that we need to treat them like they're supported. You know, we need to kind of hold their hand a little bit. We need to have weekly contact with them. You know, yes, we give them some job leads, but they, you know, they're not going to do a whole lot on their own until they have been sufficiently trained and kickstarted. And I'll talk about that more later. I'm going a little bit over 5 minutes as it is now. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.